one of the things his leadership must be respected by the team. I believe in working on the basis of a consensus. One can work on a consensus, either convince them, and if it's not something very serious and I can't convince them and they are very, very sure of themselves, I accept their view. I find that working on a consensus is a good way of leading a team.
India, a land of ancient traditions meets innovation. And one name harmoniously bridges this: Tata. And the man at the helm of its renaissance, JRD Tata. The life of Jahangir Ratanji Dadabhai Tata, an aviator, industrialist, entrepreneur and chairman of India's Tata Group of Industries, was a pioneering spirit that defined India and Indianness: progressive, benevolent, ethical and compassionate. Jahangir Ratanji Dadabhai Tata, also known as JRD Tata, was born in France on the 29th of July 1904 to an Indian businessman and one of the wealthiest families in India. His mother was French, so he spent most of his childhood in France. French was his first language. JRD Tata was educated in London, Japan, France and Mumbai. After the death of his mother, his father, Ratanji Dadabhai, moved his family to India and sent JRD Tata to England for higher studies. However, being a citizen of France, JRD had to enlist in the French army for at least a year. He spent a brief period at home in Bombay in between attending school and working with the army. In 1929, JRD Tata renounced his French citizenship and became an Indian citizen. He later joined the Tata family business. In 1930, JRD Tata married Thelma Vikaji, his lawyer, whom he hired to defend himself on charges of driving a car too fast on a Bombay road. During our childhood summer vacation, he met aviation pioneer Sir Louis Blériot. This meeting triggered his interest in aircraft and flying, which became his long-time passion and stayed with him forever. Amidst the pulse and hum of a young India, one man dared to glance upwards, to the skies. JRD Tata was more than a name. He was a movement unto himself. While many admired birds, JRD dreamt of flying among them. And so he became the first Indian to possess a pilot's license. He was certified on the 10th of February 1929 and later became known as the father of Indian civil aviation. JRD founded India's first commercial airline, Tata Airlines, in 1932, which subsequently became known as Air India. In that year, JRD Tata flew his first commercial flight, the first flight in Indian history, from Karachi to Madras. 1932 witnessed more than the creation of Tata Airlines. It was the birth of a nation's aeronautic dreams, crystallized by a man who believed the impossible was within arm's reach. But JRD's genius didn't just kiss the skies. From India's steel spine in Jamshedpur to pioneering industrial townships, his vision was grounding yet transformative. In 1938, JRD Tata was elected the chairman of Tata Sons, making him the head of the biggest industrial group in India. He took over the chairmanship of the company from his second cousin. For years, JRD Tata directed the Tata Group of companies. His major interests lay in steel, engineering, power, chemicals, and hospitality. JRD Tata became famous and succeeded in life and business because of his business acumen and his high ethical standards. JRD once mused, "Always aim at perfection, for only then will you achieve excellence." This wasn't just a motto, but the very DNA of his ventures. Under the leadership of JRD Tata, the assets of the Tata Group grew from $100 million to $5 billion. Under his guidance, the Tata Group Trust established Asia's first cancer center, the Tata Memorial Center of Cancer for Research and Treatment in Bombay in 1941. In 1945, JRD Tata established Tata Motors. In 1948, he launched the first international airline in India. It wasn't just about formidable empires. For JRD, it was the people, the smiles, the aspirations. A family of over 200,000 employees stood testament to his commitment. His compassion mirrored in progressive labor practices. Pioneering the 8-hour workday and introducing maternity benefits, JRD redefined employee welfare in India. A stalwart of progress, yet a guardian of nature's sanctum, JRD played an instrumental role in setting up India's first planned hill station, Ambi Valley. One of his most profound legacies was his belief in an empowered India, an India unshackled, free to dream, free to soar. JRD Tata also contributed to the field of education. In 1936, he founded the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, TISS. In 1945, the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, TIFR, and the National Centre of Performing Arts were set up. Amidst a newly independent India, JRD was at the forefront. Championing the cause of private enterprise, he steered India into an era of industrial growth and self-reliance. From cars that an average Indian could afford, to salt that symbolized purity, JRD's genius lay in creating products and services that resonated with India's heart. In 1968, JRD established Tata Consultancy Services as a Tata Computer Center. In 1987, Titan Industries was formed. His immense contributions didn't go unnoticed. He was regarded with great respect and awarded the rank of Group Captain by the Indian Air Force in 1948 and was promoted to Air Commodore in 1966. In 1992, he was honored with the Bharat Ratna. India saluted the prodigious son who sculpted its modern industrial landscape. The Tata family tree started with Jamsetji Nasrwanji Tata. In 1904, after Jamsetji's death, his two sons Dorabji and Ratanji and cousin RD Tata merged and formed the modern-day Tata Sons. In 1926, RD Tata passed away and left his entire estate and debts to his eldest son, JRD Tata. In 1932, Dorab died and left 40% of the ownership of Tata Sons to Sir Dorabji's Tata Trust. In 1938, JRD ascended to the top post of Tata Sons. After his death in 1993, Ratan Tata took over as chairman of Tata Sons and is still chairman. Before it was global, JRD championed sustainability. Initiatives under his leadership reiterate Tata's commitment to nature and ecological balance. Bridging past and present, JRD's vision is alive in every corner of today's India. A legacy of a luminary who sculpted a nation's destiny. JRD Tata, more than a name, a movement. An epoch of ambition, innovation, and indomitable spirit.